A fantastic win for the Demon Deacons. Wake Forest beats North Carolina 28-27. I'm Jeff Fischel, along with Riley Skinner. Kind of a shocker. Remember last week, North Carolina took down Elon 62-0. Meanwhile, Wake struggled against Liberty. A really surprise based on what we saw last week, Riley, what changed?
Let me say this. The first time I'll ever say this, I'm glad I was wrong on my pick. Wake Forest came out ready to play, and for two reasons I thought they won this game. Number one, it was on the outside in the secondary coverage with Bud Morrell-Noel, A.J. Marshall, and Kenny Okoro. Bryn Renner had plenty of time to throw the ball, but he could not get the ball to receivers downfield. They were locked up tight, and when he threw the ball, he had to put it right on the money. So they made it really tough for him. And also, on the other side of the ball, I said earlier on ACC Kickoff Live that if they were going to be effective on offense, Wake Forest had to move the pocket. They had to do some misdirection in the backfield to keep North Carolina on their heels. They did just that. They rolled Tanner out a lot, and he was precise all day long. 320 yards. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, and my man Mike Campanera stepped up big for him. He was glad he was in a lineup with 13 catches, 164 yards, a career day. So those are the 2 main reasons I thought Wake Forest won this ball game.
Let's give one more shout out to the Demon Deacon defense. Riley Haynes, a clutch interception late in the game, staking a claim to the best Riley to play.
Jacksonville boy, gotta give him love. Jacksonville boy.
All right, Gio Bernard did not play in this game. He was great last week. Larry Fedora kept it quiet all week. We had no idea until right before game time he would not be in the game. How did that impact the Tar Heels?
It's hard to say how it impacted them because on the ground, you look at the numbers, A.J. Blue and Romar Morris ran for almost 200 yards. They pick up the slack very well, and they ran the ball strong, downhill, and efficiently. But it was just interesting why he was never on the field, or at least never acknowledged in the injury report. And typically that's due to game planning purposes, that coaches don't want to give that away to a defensive coordinator. But in all honesty, I don't think it made that big of an impact because they rushed the ball so well. I think it came down to the passing game.
The Tar Heels look to rebound next week at Louisville. Meanwhile, Wake, if they enjoyed this one, they have to get ready right away, taking on Florida State next week. With Riley Skinner, I'm Jeff Fischel. You're watching the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.